around. I just found this in my daughter's room. Just up underneath our pelvis at some point through the class, but if you don't have one, it's all good. Just a nice way, you know, sometimes when we do some of the exercises and you think, is my imprint really good? Am I fully connecting? Sometimes the pelvis slightly lifted can take a little bit of pressure off the lower back area.
Yeah, and I've got a bad lower back too.
Yeah. So did you have an epidural?
Yeah. Oh, I had an epidural and an emergency C-section. So yeah, and I've had back injuries with work. So it's kind of, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. All right, well, definitely, that's probably why. So if you do have a little cushion handy, we might use that sort of for the second half of class. But sure, absolutely add some weights in today. Why not, hey? It's always good fun. All right, we are going to come back onto the mat. Let's see where we are today. We'll start in a nice 4-point kneel. Let me just, this little thing about shaking my mouth. Why is it dog hair everywhere? All right. And I'll let you put yourself on mute if that's okay. Once we hands underneath our shoulders, knees are underneath our hips. We'll take a quick cat-cow stretch. So take an inhale breath. Start to tuck your tailbone, pull your belly up, lift up through your chest, eyes back to your navel. And then release it all the way through. Find that full extension there, that nice little arch. And pull it all the way back. Tuck the tailbone, pull the belly up, lift up through the chest. And pressing it all the way through, relax those shoulders. One more time here, tucking under, eyes back to the navel. And press it all the way through. Oh, beautiful. All right, just tuck your toes under. We're going to push up into that nice downward dog. So once you're up in your downward dog, let your heels connect if you can. If you need to adjust yourself slightly, go for it. And we're going to start by just lifting and lowering those heels, really stretching through the back of the body. Draw that belly back towards the spine. Nice, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Let's find some lifting here, and then let's find some single lifts and lowers. So just stretching out the calves a little bit more. You can take your eyes forward a little bit if you need to. Stretching out. Really enjoying that beautiful stretch down the back of the body. All right, and hold it there. Lift both heels up for me. Take a second there. Press both heels down. And then draw the right leg in towards your chest as you push into that plank position. So you're kind of just here. Press it back. Take yourself back to downward dog. Lift your heels up. Lower your heels down. And let's change to the other leg. Draw it in towards your chest. Hold. And take it back. Let's lift the heels up and down. And then draw a leg in towards the chest. Hold. Taking it back. Beautiful work. Lift, lower, and draw that knee to the chest. We're going to do 4 more just like this. Lift and lower, knee and back, lift and lower. Good job. One more time like this on each side. Just taking the time to pause as you draw that knee underneath you. Lift and lower, it's our last one here. Beautiful, and then back into that plank position. Pulling it nice and long. Let's bring our knees down and let's bring our body all the way down to the mat there. A little bit of a warm up for the body there. We'll do a little bit of our breaststroke prep just to lift ourselves up out of our chest. So let your legs sit hip distance apart. Scoop your belly up away from the mat to feel your pubic bone pressing down. A little upper back extension, eyes to the mat. Reach your arms forwards. Circle them round. Find a little more extension and bring them back in. Lower slightly. So you're kind of always in a slightly lifted position. Reach. As your arms go back, find a little more extension if you can and bring it in. So keeping the lower back nice and safe by scooping the belly up, finding the pubic bone pressing down, legs hip distance apart so we're not pinching from that lower back. One more time here. Exhale round, pressing down, and then push back into your child's pose. Sink your bum down onto your heels. Take your knees a little bit wider for me and try and get your elbows down. Really take some deep breaths. These deep breaths go right through into the back. That little bit of passive breathing into the back. Oh, feels so good. And finding our 4-point kneel. So we'll start with our right arm, left leg. Let's reach the right arm forwards and let's take the left leg to the back. We're going to lift the leg up, take a moment to balance. Then take the arm up and again take a moment to balance. We're going to draw the elbow to the knee underneath us, elbow to knee, and then reach, really using our balance, our control, and our core. Breathing. A little precision work here. Reach. Lengthen through your tippy toes, lengthen through your fingertips. Take the time as you move away from the trunk of your body to really stretch out long. You're pressed away from the mat with that supporting hand. Your hips and shoulders are square to the floor. Let's reach here for 4. And for 3. And for 2. One more. All the way out and hold. And then start to take the arm and leg away from the body. So we're moving the arm out to the side and the leg, and then bringing them back in. I'll just face you, because I know that one always gets me as well. Arm out and back in. Right, so just keep moving through with that one. Arm and leg moving away from each other. 4, use your core control there. Your breath. Inhale as they come back to the body. 2 more. Our last one. Away and back in. Bring the hand down. And then that right hand, come down onto the forearm here. Keep the leg lifted. And then if you can, lift that leg a little bit higher. You're square to the floor, looking down at your forearm. That extended leg, just bend the knee, bring it towards the elbow. And take it back. So finding our glutes and our obliques. A little tricep connection from your hand. One forearm is down, that's the right forearm. Left hand is in the mat. Your left leg is bending and pressing you in and out. Your inner thigh is facing down towards the mat there on that moving side. And press. This one should feel good. I do love this one. One of my go-to for that little burn. 4. Elbow to that knee. 3. Let's go for 2 more. 2. Our last one, bring that knee in and hold it there. Then lower it down like we're doing our fire hydrant. Lift your leg up to the side and drop it down to meet the lower knee. And lift and lower. And lift the leg as a whole. Try and stay square to your mat. Shoulders are relaxed. And lower. Lift and lower. Let's go for 4. Let's go for 3. Let's go for 2. One more time. Lift it up and hold it out at the side. Tiny pulses, just a set of 10. So let's go. 8. 7. Draw that belly up and in towards you. 6. Relax your shoulders. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Bring that leg down. Find your center point. Let's bring ourselves back up onto our hands. Tuck your toes. Take yourself up into downward dog. Let's take a little stretch just there. Stretch it out. Walk your hands slowly back towards your feet, really feeling the back of the body there. Stretching, scoop your belly up, find that deep C curve. Bend your knees, bring your arms forward, and let's come to a full standing position before we come to the other side. All right, from here, toes turning out. Toes touching the edge of the mat. So you're in that kind of second position, if you were a dancer. When you're ready, we're going to sink into a beautiful squat position. Arms come down in front, and we're going to press all the way back up. Squeeze. Down, down we go. And lift. And reach. Driving up through those heels. Coming down And pressing back up. So beautifully turned out, toes turned down, heels are apart. Second position here. 4 more. And 4. Pressing up. And 3. 2. Getting the full body awake here. Nice, we're going to hold this one down. Lifting up one heel at a time. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're just going to relax the arms, bring the hands onto the side of the hips there. Staying down. Lift. And lift. Alternating sides. Hips stay nice and square. Lift your heel. 4 more. 2 more on each side. 4. And 3. 2. And 1. Bring it down. Tiny pulses. Tiny pulses. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Press all the way up. Take your arms up to the ceiling. Then walk your toes in. Heels, toes. Your feet are back together. Your arms are up at the ceiling. Take an inhale breath. As you exhale, bring those arms down. Forward fold. Gently peel your spine all the way back down. We're going to come back down into our beautiful downward dog position. Hands come out. Once you've found your downward dog, pause and hold. Just like we did on the other side, we're going to lift our heels up and down to begin. So take a moment to just adjust yourself till you feel ready. Your feet are close together. Hips are up towards the ceiling. Your chest and sternum down towards the mat. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, and lower those heels. Draw the right leg into your chest. Take yourself into your plank. Pause and hold. And press it back. Lift and lower those heels. Lift and lower. Let's bring the other leg in. All the way in. And back. Take a moment to lift and lower those heels. Draw the other leg in. And back. Your weight will shift just past your shoulders there, but it shouldn't feel too uncomfortable. And press. And back. 2 more. 1 more time on each side. And in. Take it back. Last one here. Lift and lower. And in. Take it back. Bring your knees down to the mat. Roll the shoulders out. And let's find our 4-point kneel through the other side. So this time the left arm reaches forward and the right leg reaches back. Take a moment to lift the leg. Take a moment to lift the arm. Press yourself away from the mat. Square yourself off and draw elbow to knee. And reach that elbow to knee. Nice small movement. Draw them in. Press away. Use your balance. Use your control. Usually you find one side's better than the other. That's definitely me. The other side's better. And reach. In. Reach. 4. And 3. Moving along. Think about that control as we move away from your trunk. 2. Our last one here. Out and hold. Remember the arm moves out to the side, the leg goes to the side, and we come back through to center. And we reach and center. How nice is that? I've got a wall. A little support there. Hips, shoulders shining towards your mat. Draw your belly button up. You should feel this as you move away. Maybe the obliques, maybe the triceps. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And 1, bring it back to center. Then bring that left forearm down to the mat. You're on your right hand, left forearm. Make sure you are square to your mat. And then just draw that knee in towards your elbow and press it back. Let's keep the leg lifted up high without finding an arch in the back. Good, so think about that length. Tailbone all the way up along your spine, out through the crown of your head. Beautiful and square press. And press. Good job. And press. 1 second, keep going. I heard my dog outside barking. 3. And 2. Holding it out here at the side. Lower that leg in. And up. Lowering down. Slightly draw that belly button towards the spine. So you have a tiny posterior tilt there, a little bit of a tuck. Just helping us to find the edge of that glute. And up. Lifting. Woo! This one feels good. 4. And 3. Let's work here for 2. Our last one. We're going to hold it up. We take those tiny pulses, just 10. 9. Working. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Drop that knee in. Sink back into your child's pose. Take that beautiful stretch for me. Once you've taken your stretch, we're going to swing our legs all the way around and come into our seat. Okay, with our knees bent to begin, holding onto the back of our thighs. Just draw belly button in, come off your sit bones, and take yourself slowly all the way down to the mat. Once you're down on your mat, we're going to do a little bit of abdominal strengthening. All right. Knees are bent. Let's keep our left leg down on the mat and bring our right leg into tabletop. Once your right leg's in tabletop, bring your right hand. So fingers are going to come behind the ears, elbows out wide. And then with your opposite hand, bring it onto the legs. You want to feel like you've got your own resistance. Your leg wants to come in, and your hand wants to push it out. Okay, so holding them there nicely together. We're going to do a version of our bird dog, like we just did in 4-point kneel. So reach the arm and leg away from each other. Pause. Hips and pelvis nice and quiet. This supporting leg is nice and still. Draw them back in. Press them in together to get the activation through the oblique here. And reach. Bring it back in. Hold. And reach. Bring it back in and hold. And reach. A nice way to strengthen the abdominals. And we'll finish today with a beautiful stretch that really releases the intercostal muscles and all the muscles underneath the rib cage. Nice, reaching here. And 4, you're in a neutral spine. So you could press your hand through your lower back. We have 1 leg down on the mat. 3, 2 more here. 2, last time. Draw them in. Now really pressing your hand and leg together. Try and bring your knee in and press away. 8, so it's that tiny connection. 7, trying to draw your leg in. 6, push it away with your hand. 5, let's go. 4, and 3, 2, 1 more time, and 1. Bring it down. Let's change to the other side. Left hand behind the left ear. Left leg is up into tabletop, and now your right hand is on your left thigh. When you're ready, reach long away. Take a moment to stabilize and draw back in. Pause and reach. Actively press your arm, or your hand, should I say, into your quad there, into your thigh, to really feel that beautiful little connection. It's a really light connection through the abdominals, but it's a great way to strengthen them. Work them slightly singularly, so a little bit of a unilateral work. Always a nice place to start. And 6, press. I'm going to ramp it up after this one, keeping the rib cage closed as we reach overhead. 4 more here. 4. Reach with me for 3. Long as you go for 2. One more time, bringing it in, and you've got that tiny resistance here. Leg goes away and press into it. 6, 5, press in, activate. 4, use your breath. 3, 2, 1. Bring those legs down. Now bring both hands behind the back of the head here. Take a moment, bring your right leg into tabletop. Lower back connects. Let's take the left leg into tabletop. From here, we're going to start with our toe taps. So toe tap 1 and 2. Nice and slow, nice and steady. Your elbows are wide, so your chest is open, but we draw the rib cage down towards the hips. We feel that beautiful connection through the lower back, pulling us across. If you wanted to pop your fingers on the inside of your hip bones, you would feel every time your toe taps to the mat, a little pull underneath. So we're focusing on that pelvic floor lifting and then just drawing across from hip to hip, talking about our T-zone, thinking of the pelvic floor as the base of the elevator. So lifting up, coming all the way up through. Nice. Let's start to pick up pace. Tap, tap, tap. Really press that lower back in. Draw your ribs down towards your hips. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet down. Take a moment there. Ooh, bringing it in, and we're going to reach ourselves long on the mat. We're going to come to a beautiful few roll-ups and find a C curve. So arms overhead, stretch your arms and legs out long, legs together, feet together. Take an inhale breath. Lift your arms, lift your head, neck and shoulders, look towards your feet, keep rolling all the way up for me. Go past, all the way forward for that stretch. Lift yourself up and take it all the way back down to the mat. So we've got 2 more here, all the way nice and long, reaching through those arms. Lift, roll all the way up, reach forward, stretch, and then all the way back. One more time here. All the way to the top. And then bring yourself up onto your seat. I'm just going to move back a little bit, feel like I've inched forwards. All right, legs together, feet together. Let the toes point away. Arms up at shoulder height. Sit up a little bit taller through your seat. And then come off your sit bones. Draw the belly towards the spine. Find a place where you can hold it. Lift your chest. We're going to take both arms across to the right. And as we do, lift that right leg up. And then bring it back. Left side. Up and then back. Nicely bending that knee. I'm going to give you a different option when we change sides, or when we do this for the second time, should I say? I know. I thought I'd throw something in the middle, and then we could come back to this one. Keep your chest lifted. 4 and 3 and 2. One more time and 1. Then lower yourself all the way to the mat. Let me come. I've got more room this way. Once you're down on your mat, bring your right leg to your chest, left leg to your chest. All right. Whether you're choosing to curl up or not, if you're curling up, lift your head, neck and shoulders, reaching for the outside of the ankles there. Do a double leg stretch. Reach those legs out, arms go overhead, pause, and come all the way back in. And it's a reach, the shoulder blades, we are slightly curled up. Option 2, modification. Stay laying down, reach the arms and legs away from each other, and then draw them back in. Double leg stretch. Take your time, whether you're curling up or staying down on the mat. We have 2 more. One last time. Reaching all the way out. Bring it back in. And then stretch your legs out long onto your mat. Stretch your arms out overhead. Take a moment to draw the rib cage down. 3 big roll-ups. Arms come up. Lift your head, neck and shoulders. Roll all the way to seated. Go forward for the stretch. And then come all the way back down for me. All the way down. Reach through the body. Reaching. One more time. Lifting all the way up. Coming up onto your seat. Take a moment here, draw belly to spine, come off your sit bones. Pause. Slightly lift your chest. And then again, same, but this time, rather than bending the leg, I'm going to give you the option to extend. All right, movement. Hips and pelvis stay forwards. Movement from your waist leg lifts. Lifts. Nice job. Let's go for 4. You're in a beautiful deep sea curve. 3. 2 more. 2. Our last one. And 1. Nice job. Roll yourself all the way down to the mat. And if you have that cushion, this would be a great time to lift your hips and pelvis up and just pop it underneath you. All right? Just slightly lifted here. So we're slightly elevated off the mat. It should be directly underneath your pelvis there. When you're ready, relax your arms down beside you, and we're going to slowly bring our legs into a nice tabletop position. With your legs in tabletop, take a moment again, ribs to hips, and then extend your legs to the ceiling. You can hold on to the back if you like. Just getting into this position can sometimes be quite hard. Externally rotate your legs. We're going to take them down an inch or so. Pause, draw that belly in. Small circles here. Circle them back in. Stay in that external rotation. Circle. Tiny circles. 2 more in this direction. Stay turned out for me. 1 more. And hold it there. Let's go wide and circle round. The bigger your circle, the harder you'll find it. Let's just stay nice and small through this when we're laying down. So think about lengthening your torso. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. And 2. 1 more here. And 1. Draw those knees into your chest. And then when you're ready, extend them back up to the ceiling. We're going to stay in parallel this time. We're going to work into some scissors. So just holding it there. Let the right leg draw towards you. Let the left leg drop down. It doesn't need to go far. It might only go to here. It might come all the way down. Just bear in mind, you have to draw that leg all the way back up. So make it small to start. Okay? Small, slightly easier. Lower, slightly harder. All the way down, harder. Try and keep the legs straight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back in, and then pop those knees down on the floor for me. Nice. Take a moment there if you need it. Just let those hips rock side to side. All right. From here, we're going to come into some nice shoulder bridging. I'm going to leave the cushion underneath us to begin. Shoulders down and back. Close the rib cage. Take a moment to just peel yourself up off your cushion. Find the top of your shoulder bridge. Once you've got there, bring your feet a little bit closer together. Bring your knees a little bit closer together, and then just holding onto your cushion, we're going to bring it up above us. We're going to use it for some abdominal strength. So come all the way back down, and then all the way back up. Squeeze, keeping those arms lifted over your chest. Take your time to lift and lower. Up and down, reaching up here. 6, and down. And 5. Really taking our time here. And 4, down. Working 3, and down. Let's work for 2. We're going to find some breath work on the next one. Come all the way to the top, pause and hold. Take your arms overhead and inhale. Feel your rib cage expand. As you exhale, arms back up. A stillness through your body. Just move your arms from your shoulders. Inhale. Feel your rib cage expand. Keep going for me. Inhale through that nose. Exhale through the mouth. Feel the abdominal strength here. We're really working into our breath, our 360-degree breathing. From our paraspinals, right the way around our full powerhouse. Hips lift up a little bit higher. 2 more here. Last one. Reach those arms up. And then bring them back over the top of you. Draw the arms towards your chest, nice. And press, drive into those heels. Stay nice and steady. The arms move up and down. Draw belly button to spine. Focus on your breath. Exhale. Inhale as the arms come in. Exhale. Nice, holding it still. Let's go for 2. Let's go for 1. Next time your arms come all the way up with your cushion, we're going to dance those hips. So let one hip drop down. Lift up for a squeeze. Let the other hip drop down. Lift up for the squeeze. Hopefully by now your glutes and hamstrings have woken up. You found some beautiful deep breaths. Over and down. Up, down, and up. 4, 3. One more time each side. 2. Last one here. Up, and then come all the way down for me. Hug your knees to your chest. Take that moment. Just rock side to side. Good job. And then begin to slowly circle those hips. Let's take 3 nice hip circles in each direction. And then go back the other way. 2. And 3. Nice. And then pop that cushion between your legs there for a nice inner thigh squeeze. And we're going to start with a tiny little inner thigh pulse. So from here, neutral spine, rib cage closed, fingers behind your ears, elbows out wide, and just begin to squeeze on your cushion. So tiny pulses. We're going to start feet down. We'll come into tabletop. We're going to come into full legs extending. Then we're going to get fancy. 8, squeeze, 7, and 6. Tiny squeezes. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold your squeeze. Press your lower back into your mat. Find your tabletop. Legs directly up over your hips. Draw belly button down. Let's squeeze again. Squeeze. Squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze and hold. Extend your legs up to the ceiling. Let's go again. Squeeze. It's even tinier. So let's make it more little pulses. Pulse, 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 pulse. Squeezing. Reaching long. Tiny little squeezes. Hamstrings are stretching maybe a little bit. Lower back is fully connected. We're working 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold those legs there. Take the legs open. Hold that cushion. Bring it back for the squeeze. Open and hold and squeeze. Really focusing on that adductor connection, inner thighs. And squeeze. 4, 3, 2. 1 more. Squeeze and hold. Bend your knees and draw your legs towards you. Nice. Roll up to a seated position. We're going to come into a nice little push-up series. And again, to still activate those adductors, we're going to use that cushion. This is the point where I wish I'd got a smaller cushion. But anyway, since we're here, we're going to do a nice little push-up series. We are going to be on our knees. All right. I'll give you an option for some nice shoulder tapping as well. So, hands underneath your shoulders. Start with your knees underneath your hips. Now, I love to build this one. So I love to shuffle my legs back and then bring myself forward. So I'm more in that slanted position. I take my hands 1 step wider, so maybe they're as wide as your mat. We're going to push up all the way down. Press back up. Push up all the way down. Squeeze that cushion between your knees. Adjust it as you need to. And down. Press, really focusing, getting your chest down as low as you can. Pushing the body all the way up as 1. Let's come down for 4. And for 3. 2 more here. 2. Our last one. All the way down. Press it up. Holding it here. We're going to find some shoulder taps. So shoulder tap for 1. And 2, and 1, and 2. You might find your hands come in a little bit, making it that little bit easier. Tap, Squeezing to still work those adductors. 8, even if it's really slight. 7, just that little connection makes a difference. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pushing all the way back. Grab that cushion, pop it down for me, roll those shoulders out. We have one last little thing to do here. We're going to come onto our forearms. Now, rather than going straight into a plank, we're going to have our knees just slightly back from our hips, so that if you were staying on your knees, you would bring your weight forwards and you would find that beautiful kneeling plank. From this position here, we're going to hold it for just a count of 10, and we're going to start to progress up through a tiny little pyramid. So, elbows under the shoulders, hands down, holding it here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck your toes. We're going to lift our knees up. 1, tuck them down. 2, we're coming up to 8. 3, 4, 5, lift and tap. 6, 7, one more. And 8, knees down. Take a second there, holding it. And exhale. Ready, let's go. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more. And 1, hold. Hold. You can untuck your toes in the middle if you need to. Let's get this done. 6, 5, 4, what a good one to work up to. 3, 2, should have done this at the beginning. 1, knees down. Relax your toes if you need to. We're at 5, let's do it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, last 4 times. Getting warm. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the toes. Let's work. 3, 2, 1. Take a breath. Last 2, 2, 1. One more time and we stretch. 1. Push back into your child's pose. Bum down on your heels, elbows down, chest down, rest your head down. Just enjoy that. In that position there, take an inhale breath. Feel your ribcage expand. Exhale. 2 more like that. Keep that going for me. So inhale, exhale, breath. And inhale, exhale, breath. Beautiful work. One more there. And bring it up, roll those shoulders out. We're going to sit onto our side. Once you're on your side, relaxing into it. All right, so find something that's comfortable to you. Ooh, I think today I'm more comfortable there. All right, but you can sit how you are. With your left hand, bring it across to your right thigh. And with your right hand, bring it underneath you. I'm going to try and get an expansion into this rib cage here. All right, so just looking down at your right thigh, take an inhale breath, feel your ribs. And exhale. Inhale into the rib cage. And exhale. Then uncross yourself down. Press yourself up and away and stretch. And then go over to the side where your legs are and laterally stretch, keeping that top hip down. Nice, and release. Let's change our legs to the other side. So sitting in a mermaid type position that feels good to you. Bring your right hand onto your left thigh. Bring your left hand underneath onto your right rib cage. This rib cage here is where we want to feel that movement. Take an inhale breath. And exhale. Try and breathe into your hand. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Bring your hands down, go over laterally. And come over to the other side. Come all the way back. Roll those shoulders out, and let's just quickly find our diamond. So feet are together, holding just above your ankle bones, just above the bony landmarks. Holding on, sit up nice and tall for me. Let those knees just drop out. And stretch, relax your body. And then draw one leg in towards you, one just in front, fingers down, and we'll take a little bit of spine mobilization. So just sink into your C curve. And press it up, lift up through your chest, through your heart. And back again. And press. One more time. Down. And press. And relax. You are done. Well done today.